Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to WATN. Where are they now? I'm going to be talking to iconic South African artists and people in the music biz, local and international, and found out how they came to this point in their lives very well worth lived. I also hope to dig deep and find out what makes them tick, because tick they do, that is for sure. Please look at our donating little busker code there. If anybody feels like they want to donate, you know, musicians are struggling right now. We have not been able to play live. So if you do, please follow the little prompts at the bottom of the screen and make any kind of donation. That would be very cool. My guest today is a lady who has had an incredible career. She's pushed the boundaries. She's been her own boss. She's left a hell of a legacy behind her and very bright horizons in front of her. Wendy Oldfield. Woo! Everybody goes mad. Yay! Wins, just so you know, this is called the bragging corner. So you're allowed to tell us about the awards and the thises and all the things you've done and won. And we want to know about this stuff. It's a safe place to do this. Nobody's going to think, oh, she's such an egotistical old twat, because you are not either of those. And I'm much older than you two. So I want to hear about the bands and everything. So that said, let's start. My first question is always, take us back to the little Wendy, the little girl growing up. Where did music come in?
You know, as far back as, first of all, hello, my sweetheart.
Hello, my darling.
And hello, everybody. When I remember being about 5 or 6 years old, all I wanted to do was sing and act. And I just remember it, you know, like being such a strong feeling in me. And I mean, if you speak to my family, they'll tell you I would have them all singing the sound of music, different harmonies, place them all. Everyone had a role. And apparently I haven't changed, super bossy. But that's where I started loving music, musicals, actually.
Yeah. So it's
my family. Yeah.
Well, you know, we always want to know these things because some people say, hey, man, I only started playing when I was at school or blah, blah, blah. But I, like you, had the same thing, the calling that came. I said music chose me when I was a baby, you know, and that was it. And you've also, one of the wonderful things that I look at right here, right now, is you have sustained it. For all these years, you've sustained this career. And how do you think you've done that? What is your little angle on that?
Well, when I first started in the music biz, I started singing for a band called the Sweat Band.
Yes, of course, I wanted to know about that.
And I just really, my thing was just to be famous.
Okay.
And be a singer. That was my main, the creation and stuff of music. I'm super into rehearsals and I loved it and I loved the work. And then the more I then Sweat Band were very successful, and I got asked to do things then, to write a song for this, to do a movie soundtrack. So I suddenly got asked to do things that I actually didn't have the experience of doing, but the want. And I started doing movies and arranging things for people, writing songs for this. So it wasn't just singing. Suddenly my whole my optics towards music and everything changed, and that's what sustained it. You know, it's like there's so much to do, and so I've done a bit of this and a bit of that, and written albums for kids, and so I've really explored like a vast field of production and and vocal work, and I think, and not all of it's famous work. In fact, a lot of it's not famous work. It's just work, documentaries. Music,
exactly. And that's also the work. You and I hooked up in the 80s and we started doing sessions. We became the It Girls, like with Faith and Murray, with all the girls that were and we were singing. Drop a couple of names.
Brenda Fassie, Who's the beautiful gospel singer?
Rebecca.
Remember, we did a whole Rebecca Malope.
Yes.
Album for her, yeah. And many others. Chico.
Many others. Chico.
Many of those albums with Chris Galakis, yeah.
With Chris Galakis, of course. We used to do all that stuff. We had such fun. Oh my God, did we have fun? We laughed a lot.
It was like a job. You'd go in because there was no copy and paste or fix the harmony or get the rhythm together or anything. You had to sing in tune,
yes,
in time, yes, for 4,700 choruses at the end of Rebecca Malope's big choral thing. And if you messed up once, they had to take you right back to the beginning because they couldn't like actually line up, and you could sort of do a drop in a verse before or something like that. You have to sing them all again. You see, you didn't want to be the one who messed up.
That is the thing, is that in those days, there was no auto-tuning, no fix it in the mix. We had to do it right there, right then in the studio. We had to be perfect. And I think that gave us, that is also part of what has sustained you, Wendy, your quest for always making sure it's on. It's on the money. The rehearsals are important. Being bossy is good. I'm also quite like that, you know. And also, we're both Pisces girls, so of course we are very like anal about it's got to be right and it's got to be good. We have so many visitors on our Facebook page. We've got Jan Gill in Cape Town, Shelley Howard, Gail Prosser, Judith Foxcroft, and Wesley Gazer, and everybody's just so excited to be here. Hello, cousins as well. Saying hi, everybody.
Nice.
I think it's a good time for us to play our first video. We remember the song so well. We actually had Cedric Sampson in here 2 weeks ago. He was our first guest, and he spoke of the song very highly. And this song also knocked me off my perch quite a bit. I was like, wow, this is so good. It was so good. And even today, it's still so good. Jules, go ahead, play that song.
You
There you go. Nice memories, eh?
It's so sweet. One of those kids came to me, who's actually only like 10 years younger than me now, asked me for a copy of the video, and I don't know how to get it off YouTube. But anyway, there is a copy there for you.
Oh my God, it's so awesome to hear that again. Really, really good song. Even today, it's a good song, you know. And I believe a good song is a good song. And you are a songwriter, indeed. So what we do as songwriters, I guess, is we are speaking about what's going on in the world. I mean, you think about the Dylans and those guys, they would talk about Vietnam, then, you know, Joan Baez, and they would protest against things. And that song was very forward thinking, I suppose, because it was protesting about what was going on, and people weren't even aware at the time what was going on in our environment. And now everybody's so conscious about the environment, but that was like way, way back in the day, you know?
Way back, I was dubbed an eco warrior.
Yes.
I was like, but you know, Acid Rain was sort of a combination of the awareness of what was going on in the environment, and also about South Africa at the same time, just kind of like a metaphor for what was happening in this country. Because of course, we weren't allowed to say that. We weren't allowed to say that.
We weren't allowed to say things straight out, but we had. Let's talk a little bit about those huge concerts we used to play at, where things were starting to infiltrate, you know, and things were trying to change.
I think that was the first time I ever saw you perform. Well, I think I saw you perform before I ever met you, when you were playing with Zia.
Zia, yes.
La 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 lo, I'm waiting for the wind to blow. I can even remember this. La 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 lo, it was beautiful, yeah. Very nice. And we used to do all these concerts together, and
absolutely,
it was a fantastic time. It really was, as shit as it was in the 80s. It was we were so all united by a common goal.
Yes.
And the integration in the music business was really bloody nice.
It was bloody nice. And it's not like that so much anymore. You know, it's actually gone backwards, I believe, in a lot of ways.
Because I'm not really on the big sort of major festival bills now. Yes. So I can't, I should go and have a look and see. But remember, we'd have like Prophets of the City playing before us, and then Brenda afterwards, and you guys, and then, and then Khaki Monitor, and then it would be like a whole complete mishmash.
It's just such a mix of fantastic bands, tribe after tribe. I mean, all these bands were coming out and everything. Yeah, Via Africa, of course. Renee Feldsman, whoa.
Way ahead, way
ahead. The goddess, the absolute goddess. I mean, I always looked up to her like she was the one, you know? She was phenomenal.
They were on the back.
Yeah, totally on there. So those were the sweatband days, right?
Yes.
And that was quite a remarkable band.
Man, you know, I thought so. I've been thinking so much about John Mayer. You know, I mean, we often do because of his enormous talent, you know, that he had. And I didn't know how talented he was actually when I was in the band, because I sort of stepped into it. And only in retrospect, when I look back, I'm like, oh, I should have just been going, oh, every time I got on stage.
I know.
Because it was so beautiful. But I was like, getting on with my rock thing.
Well, I think that's what we did. Even, I mean, I played with some amazing people, but I never went. You know, I was also doing my rock thing, and that's what we were doing, and it's perfectly fine with that. It's great to have these amazingly crystal clear memories of things. So John sticks out, you know, for you, and I think that's very powerful, and it drives you in a way. You know, when you remember somebody vividly, you know, and you just remember the time you had with them. This is not about living in the past, because I don't think any of us do that. We had a hell of a past. Really, we did, Wendy. We had a stellar, freaking real rock star past of note. But I don't believe either of us have ever stuck in there holding on to the past and the dream of the past. We have moved forward, and that's why I said to you earlier about how have you sustained. You've sustained as well because you've moved forward. You've not been stuck in the mire of a memory.
Yeah. And also even musically, Asen, you know, sometimes I think, you know, like, oh, I could have been more successful and I could have been this and I could have been that. And I've had, obviously everything is relative, you know, other people go, oh, you've been so successful. Me, I go, oh, I could have been more successful.
Yes.
However, whenever I play Acid Rain, I do it differently. I'm not held by anyone to play it in any format. You know what I mean? So it's like,
makes sense.
I often think if the Rolling Stones got on stage and went da 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 da, you know, like people be going, "What are you playing? Play it
what
the
are
way
you playing?"
Yeah. I play Acid Rain like samba. Sometimes I play it quite rock. Depends on who I'm working with. So
Exactly.
I have like have a lot of freedom with freedom of expression, which is extremely desirable, and something that I'm so grateful for is that I just go with whatever. I'm not commanded by an audience. I'm commanded by God of songwriting. Yeah.
Your creative, what do we call it? Your own muse. You are your own muse because you are continually pushing like I said when I introduced you, pushing the boundaries, being your own boss, saying what you want to say, doing what you want to do, and especially in an industry that is male dominated. All the record companies are owned by males. They're run by males. We've had to fight sometimes and push our agenda because we wanted to get something a certain way and have somebody say, oh, no, it shouldn't be like that. So we've had to be a little bit woman's libby without being full on emancipate woman power and all that shit. That's not necessary either. I don't believe in that. Why do I have to hold my titties on my shoulders, you know? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. We shouldn't say titties. I can say titties.
You can say titties.
Titties is okay. We've got some more people coming in. We've got lovely people coming in. We've got the Fame people. We've got Jan Gill in Cape Town. Also, Christina Kennedy in Cape Town. Hello. Hello. There's lots of people saying hello. I'm just letting you know.
Thank you.
Now we've talked about like being relevant and still staying in the business and stuff like that. What drives you? What are your credos? What have you sort of lived by that has actually kept you having a great reputation in this business? I've never heard say, oh God, Wendy's a bitch. You know, even though I wouldn't give a shit if somebody said that about me because it's like not true. So I'm just saying, how do we hold on to our integrity, push our envelope and get what we want without being labeled something? So what are your credos? What do you believe in? What has driven you?
Well, I'm not sure if it's like really being driven. I'm a bit Winnie the Pooh-ish in my life.
Yes.
And philosophies and everything. I'm kind of like, oh, look pretty, and off I go. So I didn't even had a career. If someone goes like, what's your career? What's your career path? I'll be like, my career path?
I'm not sure.
I write songs because they fall through me, and I'm kind of ruled by that.
Yes.
My purpose, you know, which is over there, I'm always heading towards, is to be as best of truth as I possibly can be in the words that I deliver. And I know that sounds like shua, but
it's shua indeed, but it's lovely.
It's very straightforward. It's like, that's where I want to go. That's the person I want to be. Those are the things I want. I want to remain integrous with the stuff that comes out my mouth. And that's what this business doesn't bother me. I'm just going for that business all the time, and I don't sweat the small stuff.
Important.
And I just keep on hitting. I'm I'm pulled by this amazing force, and that's what I keep going for.
Yes.
Yeah, it's towards that, and life happens on the sides. However, if that's clear, I find it much easier life. If my purpose is clear, it's like I can do with the power going down or with lockdown. I've started calling it lock up.
It's pretty. It's a good description, darling. It is lock up.
Yeah. And I just continually like to play music, and I've got 3 kids, and
Yes.
I love my children. I like gardening, and I love cooking. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that I like doing, and service is also a big thing for me. So whenever I can serve and help people or whatever, I will be there.
That is definitely something. It's also a very Pisces thing, believe it or not. And I'm not into the what's your sign? And tell me, but it is definitely a Pisces thing, because you're speaking my truth as well. I've also always just followed the music, the passion of the music. It's called me. It's driven me. It's been everything to me, and I'm still doing it. And even though I said to you earlier, I look in the mirror and I go, who is this woman? Who is this person? What happened to me? What happened? And I just go, you know what? I'm a freaking rock and roll gypsy, and I always will be. And this is what I do. And I believe in it. And yes, integrity is always in the foremost and forefront of everything that we do. Because I think that's what's kept us here all these years.
For sure, Cindy. I mean, you're a bloody, when you go and see you play, you come away with more than just a jaw. Do you know what I mean? I come away from seeing you perform with a little tear in my eye, because you say such beautiful things, and the way, I don't know, that's kind of really what you want, is to feel something.
Yes.
People can feel, I've done my job when somebody comes up to me afterwards and goes, I have to talk to you about that song. What did you mean when you said, then I'm like, thank you. Then my work is done. Just one person. Doesn't have to be 100,000 there. One person. Just like, I'm not out to change the world or anything, but I'm so grateful if I can change a little something or affect somebody in some way.
I've also always said that thing, the exact thing, because when you go out there and somebody's paid to see the show, you will give them your best show, always. And damn it, they should enjoy and they should get involved, because they've paid to see the show and they're there to do it. But when I walk off stage and some one person does come up to me and says, my God, that song moved me, it was my story, I'm like, hallelujah, that's why I'm here. That's what I'm here for. Because this business, as we well know, is not a bed of roses like people like to think. This is a bed of thorns most of the time.
It can be so cruel.
And it's cruel, yes, and it's judgmental. And as I said, the having to be, having to constantly be on, I was never vigilant, like, oh my God, I'm going to watch it, make sure nobody hurts me and nobody, not like that, not at all. But we keep our wits about us. And
it's also, it's a bloody fun business.
It is fun.
It's like, how cool is that? Waking up in the morning, and then some days I just would go and work with Neil all day in the studio, and some days I'd have rehearsals, and some days I'd be doing a job with you, doing backing vocals.
Yes.
What bloody nice. And then you go do gigs, and people love you. And it's like, the best side of it is that.
That is
the creativity and the collaboration, and it's just a really fun business, and I am a bit of a fun queen. So
yes, you are. You definitely are a fun queen.
It doesn't help. Yeah,
thing that keeps us going. Like, I've looked at it, and it's been so abusive to me, and yet I'm still chasing it and still doing it, because the fun part and the love part and the writing and the people coming up and saying that song to me.
Just
and the crazy things we've done.
Yeah. What
You know,
crazy thing?
well, no, what crazy things? My God, we've never done crazy things. But point being, for example, give me some idea of some people you've worked with over the years, even international. You've gone overseas a few times. Talk about that a little bit.
You know, the different people that I've worked with, jeez, have you got enough time?
We've always got time.
That for me is it's like one of the best things about this is collaborating, because then you become more than just you. Then it becomes more than just two of you, like working
Yes.
together with people.
Right.
So, I mean, in terms of South Africa, I've recently been touring with Robin Old. In the
Yes.
last 2 years, we do little, which we were supposed to be doing now.
Yes, of course.
These block tours, and that's a serious songwriter. Very,
Yes.
I'm like I wasn't when I was 20 years old with the guitarist realizing how awesome I am. I'm with every night with Robin. I'm just like, oh my God,
Yeah, he's amazing. I'm definitely going to have him on the show. He's great.
Yeah, he's brilliant. And Lionel Bastos, I work with him, and
Yes.
he's beautiful. And they are all they never make a mistake. Their deliveries, they're absolutely beautiful. Joe van der Linden is another person I've also been working with, Tigger Roynett, over the last few years, just as duos, and each and every one of them are phenomenal in their own right. And then, of course, all the different bands I've worked with. And I supported Simply Red for the South African tour, which was amazing.
Can imagine.
Because it was my first, I mean, I've supported Wet, Wet, Wet. I'm trying to think who else I'd played with in this country. But anyway, Simply Red, we toured the whole country. So we actually got to, how large is your cup?
Don't mock my cup. It's got a lot of tea in it, okay? It's got to last the whole show. I love this cup. It's my favorite large cup.
I'm having a gin and tonic.
Oh, really? Cheers, darling. No, I'm afraid this is just spirulina and green tea. I'm trying to keep my vitamins going in this lockup.
Anyway, yeah, too many people to just.
No, of course. I just wanted a few little names. I think we should play another video.
Okay.
The next video is Reminder to the World.
So it's a song that I wrote. Can I talk about it?
Of course you can. We'd love to.
Oh, I thought you were going to go cha-ching and put it on.
Cha-ching.
It's a song I wrote, and this is an interesting thing about songwriting. I wrote the chorus, and then I could never find a verse to fit it, and the chorus just roll. And for about 3 years, I was going like, "Where's that? There's this chorus that I've written, and I cannot find it." And I couldn't find it, and then I was sitting outside playing guitar, and I sang the verse, and I sang the bridge, and then the chorus just went, and I was like, "There you are!" And it fitted. It was in the right key. It fitted. It just fell into the thing, and I was like, "Oh, thank you." See, it's been waiting, just been lingering around, like, not yet.
And that happens so often.
Bam, and it,
bam. I love those stories. It was meant to be, you know?
Yeah, really. And I think that is with songwriting. It's like sometimes, you come up with a verse and you can't find a chorus to fit it. So you shelve it, and it just sits there. And then suddenly, pling, when the right moment comes, it surfaces.
Absolutely. And because it's in the memory bank. It's in the bank thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then I ordained. Yes, carry on.
Yeah, no, then I did this video because I didn't want to sing the whole song myself, because another song about the environment, I'm like, oh, poor everyone having to see me sing another song about the environment. So I got all these teenagers from around Wilderness, the Wild Bunch.
Okay.
And then we did this video, and we recorded the song, and we did it all together.
Okay. Now we can play the video. Julian, go ahead. Have we lost the video? I think we may have. We're just sitting here waiting for Julian. Okay, so
sorry guys, I got kicked out of Chrome. It just shut down. So I'm back. I'll get the video going again.
Don't worry.
This technology does my head in sometimes.
Tell me about it.
I'm going to play it again. Don't go anywhere.
No, we won't.
Here we go. You have a voice that's significant, and I hear you.
One more tree and the wood becomes a forest.
One more bee and they hive into a swarm.
One more breath of wind blows the last grain of sand, and a mountain is reborn.
One word can start a conversation. One small act of kindness changes life. One more man standing next to you can be the weight that tilts the world and pushes through to the other side. A reminder to the world, we're all a part of her. We all have a choice. You have a voice of significance, and I hear you. One more moment and all that we are is more.
From each living soul to the core.
I don't know much, but I know this. It is, 'cause it is
A reminder to the world, we're all a part of her. We all have a choice. You have a voice of significance, and I hear you. One more drop and the sea becomes the ocean. One more crashing wave changes emotion.
Everything that we know, how we live and how we grow.
One more breath makes it so. A reminder to the world, we're all a part of her. We all have a choice. You have a voice of significance, and I hear you. I can be what I want to be.
Yeah.
I can see what I want to see. It's in me.
It's in you.
There's no reason, no reward that I need. It's my core, it's my seed, it's my law, it's my creed.
It's a reminder.
A reminder to the world, we're all a part of her. We all have a choice. You have a voice of significance, and I hear you. A reminder to the world, we're all a part of her. We all have a choice. You have a voice
There we go. Hey? It's nice to see that again, though. I mean, I know when I look at my old videos, people will send, like on Facebook, suddenly there's an old cloud video or something, and I'm like, oh my God, remember that. And
I'm always like, what happened to that shirt?
Yeah.
Damn, I love that shirt. Where's
the It was your son in there.
My son and my daughter.
Is it? Okay, because I don't know why I just looked at that boy standing next to you.
Yes, that's him.
I thought that looked like your boy. So you've got 3 kids.
Yeah. 2 boys, Luca and Jude, and Lila, my youngest. She was also in the video as well.
So you did it all, actually. I mean, you've managed to do the musician family thing. I never took it on because I didn't think I could give it all. I didn't think I would give one all it needed, put it that way. You know, I know that I would be at a gig and thinking, oh, Christ, is the babysitter got my kids? You know, or I'd be, you know, at home thinking, oh, shit, I've got to work tonight and I've got to leave the kids. So that is quite a dilemma that I chose early on not to deal with. What was it like dealing with that?
It's a very real dilemma.
Yeah.
I always wanted to have children, so it was kind of it was on my radar. And I think when I fell pregnant and had kids, I'd done like 16 years in the music biz. And I was also at a stage where I was, you know, fighting to stay on top and to get the festival gigs and to still be, and it was just becoming painful for me at the same time as me wanting to have kids. And it was I decided I'm going to go now and have kids. So I thought I'd have 1 and see how it went. And I had another 2 the following 2 years.
And then you see how it went. And then they were.
3 years, yeah. So a lot of, I moved down to Wilderness then. And my life became much more of a cake. You know, before it was music business. Yes. And then it suddenly became children and like a little bit like this much for music. Yes. So suddenly I wasn't just a musician, I was a mom, and I love being a mom. It fulfilled, and you know, something else that I wanted to do in my life. It does have its trixies because I've always traveled, so I've spent a lot of time away from my kids and backwards and forwards and that. And my husband at the time, their dad was very supportive in terms of my performing and that kind of thing. So he would be looking after the kids and I'd be away. I have made for very resilient, independent children.
I can imagine.
Which sometimes like gets me because I'll be back and go out and I'll be like, I've been away for 2 weeks, and they'll just be gone because they're used to me not being around. So it's kind of like, oh, but at the same time I know it's how it is and it's what I've made, you know, and I can't just click my fingers and unmake it like need me, because they are very independent and they've got used to being without me. So they also know if they do need me, they got to send me a message a month before saying I have a school bake on that day. I can't say the day before because I might not be around. I've taught them to be well prepared for things they need to be prepared for.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
I mean, you made it happen. You know, putting it bluntly, I think that most of the musicians who had children have had those sacrifices to make, and some of them didn't do them well and some of them did them well. And I think you've done it well because you're still very close to your kids, you're connected, they're growing up beautifully, you know, doing their own thing, very independent, as you say. I like that in especially for people like us, because we are such free spirits. We would want our children to be like that. Yeah, I wouldn't want a clingy child. I would go mad. That's probably the reason that I haven't been in a relationship for so long. I don't want anybody to cling to me because I'm too busy. It's like, I'm busy. Leave me. I can't even have a dog because I come home from my gig, I'm exhausted. The dog's like, I want to play. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm exhausted.
But you know what, Cindy? It's a very different thing having a a woman having children and a man having children in the music business, because everybody that I've worked with,
yes,
all the men that I work with in bands, and they've all got kids.
Yes.
But then it's different when you're the mom. Do you know what I mean? Very different when you
different.
I'll come back and then the kids would be like on top of me. I wouldn't have like downtime, or because I was the mom. So it's a different engagement. I mean,
absolutely.
I couldn't work for the last month of my pregnancy, although actually I did, and for the first sort of 6 months, although I did, but you don't have that luxury. So it really is harder for a female performer. Do not say it isn't, because I know women battle, and a lot of women have careers, very successful women, music careers, don't have kids.
Yes,
because because I can imagine that
my choice. But and then of course we look at the big artists, the Celine Dion's and stuff, who've got a million nannies and stuff like that. They never have to worry about a damn thing, you know. And I'm not saying she's had it easy. I don't mean it like that. I just say we deal with what we have. We've been given this. I don't accept certain things about it, and I will change them. Yes, but this is the world that you have, and you work with what you got, and you make it happen.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that Sandy Smith is online. We love Sandy. She's the numerologist to the stars, and we love her. Hello, Sandy. Sandy Smith said she worked on the Reed project with you years ago.
Yes, the Reed project, yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm so happy all these people are connecting.
No, people are connecting, and you know what? This is a nice platform. We're just going like, here we are. This is what we're doing, and there's no hoo-ha about it. I'm not trying to be Oprah. I'm not giving away cars or anything. I promise you, it's not going to be any cars given away. This is honestly just to ask you, where are you now? What are you doing now? What has led up to this? Sitting where you are, you're in Durus, in the Klein Karoo.
Well, in Klein Karoo, wait, let me show you.
Please show us. Oh my God, look at that. That's beautiful.
So it's a little town in
Yes.
the Klein Karoo, and it's a little housey. And I'm staying here with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I've been moving in between. I've got a home in Wilderness, and it's about an hour and a half. So when there's been like traveling, or I've had to bring food for animals left or right, I've just moved 3 times backwards and forwards in between. And I'm here until tomorrow, and that's when the driving stops, that you can't then go back home again tomorrow. And then I'll stick around until there's another change, or or a need for me to drag food around somewhere. But otherwise, I've been in 2 homes during this process.
Okay.
And what's led to me getting here, we have the same record company. And I was about to start recording my album on the 15th of April. And that was when I was going to go. So that's my year has been like prepping for this album. So I'm basically like ready for it. Done all the writing work and everything. So I'm sort of on a hiatus, sort of kind of gardening. I've been working on so much music, like getting ready for this album to be done, and working with the bands and doing different arrangements. And then when the lockdown happened, was sort of 2 weeks before I was supposed to go into the studio. So I haven't felt like I need to sit down and write songs or
Yes, I also haven't felt like that.
Cleaning cupboards and digging in my garden and planting vegetables, and I've been doing that kind of cleaning up work,
I love that.
So, and I do play, and every now and then I set my sound system up out the windows of my house in Wilderness, and I do a show for my street.
Yes.
And the rest of Wilderness, whoever can hear. Purely for, it's different when you're playing alone in your room. Even though I can't see anyone and the sound system's set up, it's still a performance, and the flexibility of performing continuously is I need that for my voice, and
Yeah.
it's just something. It's like if you're a runner, sorry runners, and if you're a very exercisey person and you haven't been able to stretch those muscles, that's the same feeling. Yeah, you need to get out and.
This is like being. I've always likened this to being an athlete.
Yeah,
we have to keep gig fit.
Yes.
We have to keep the voice oiled, ready to sing. When I've had a break, I've never had a break like this before, ever. Never had a long break where I haven't sung like 3-4 times a week in public, So this has been very interesting. And I think that cleaning out cupboards and all that stuff, that's part of that process as well, that we are preparing ourselves for something new and fresh and clean and unknown, really. I think that's what's happened to everybody. I've written a few songs. I've finished one song that I've been also diddling with for ages, couldn't find the bloody verses, and finally, boom, found it. And I've also got some new stuff, and I'll also decide what I'm going to do after this. But right now, everybody seems to be in such a hurry to get to somewhere, and there's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go.
There's
nowhere to go. Came to me was
tough.
Like, we don't know what any answers are, where it's going to be, but open yourself to the possibility that it can be different. You don't have to figure out what it is. There's time. Just allow yourself to go. Could things be different? How would they be different?
Could be different, and they will be different. And also being a very empathic soul, like I feel everybody's stuff, and I go walk. We've got a little park in our building, so I can just walk downstairs and walk. There's hardly anybody there, but I occasionally bump into people. And this person said to me yesterday, "Oh, I just can't wait to have visitors, and I want to just see people, and I want to do this, and I want to do this." I'm like, really? And I'm like, okay, you're dying to have a crowd at your house. Well, I'm not, but that's just me. I'd like us to play one more video and then chat a little bit more, because we still got some time. And then I definitely would love you to play something live. Would you do that?
Yes, I would.
That's brilliant. Okay. So if we can play the next video, I remember this. You sent me your CD when I was living in America. I don't know if you remember this. It was called A Pale Blue Dot.
After we'd spoken, remember we had that long conversation. Was it at the same time? Yeah, when you were still in California. And
I was still in California. And we connected, and we had such a long back to who we were, and it was just awesome. And I remember I think I sent you my album. I think Dark Heart was my album then, and you sent me Pale Blue Dot, and I still have it in my collection. And then my husband ran off with everything.
I've got another one for you.
You got another husband for me, or another? I hope not.
I got another better. I've got another CD.
A new CD. I would like the CD, please. I would love that very much.
So did I post it to you?
Yes, you did. We posted things in those days. And things did sometimes come to you, in South Africa. They would sometimes get to us in LA as well. The mailing system, the postal service in LA, in America, is so like Jew. If anybody touches your mail, they get arrested. Literally, you get arrested for mail tampering.
Yes,
Yeah. I mean, people used to send you gifts. Grab it out. Hey, man, I'm wearing your hat. Oh, thanks, man. My friend just sent me that hat from bloody Nashville. Now you wearing it. Anyway.
Hey, Pimpa. Hey, Jared. Did you see that popped up on the screen?
Jared Aston. How divine you. Yeah. I'm having you on my show as well, darling. You're not getting away. Nobody's getting away from me. I'm going to be clutching everybody. We've got so much to talk about. These shows should be like 3 hours long. But you know what?
Check in.
Everybody's like, yeah, we still be talking. And they'll be like, I'm going to make supper now. Like, fine. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Tim Parr's there. Ooh, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Also going to have Tim on the show. What do you think?
Oh, I've been doing, also, I didn't mention Tim. I've done some work with him recently too.
Of course you have.
Yeah, beautiful. I've jumped in. I photobombed a couple of his shows in Joburg.
Which is also fine. And my friend from California just like called in, Kelly DeCrama. Hello. She used to be in California. Now she lives out in some other boonies. And Janine Stein-Milner is also on. So just letting you know that there are people out there. We're not talking to ourselves, Wendy, even though if we were, it would still also be all right. The two of us will just gab away. Julian, play us a pale blue dot, please.
Music. This beautiful place that we live on. Millions and millions and millions of us are trying to make our place and live our lives while this lump of rock, this pale blue dot, keeps on floating, suspended in this massive, massive, massive universe. On a pale blue dot, here we are, floating somewhere under a million stars. And on this pale blue dot, I'll keep loving you from my heart on a blanket in my yard. And every time I see a shooting star, it reminds me of my insignificance. 'Cause if the light that come could have shone from a star that has been and gone, I could have lived a million lives since this pale blue dot that has been around for a fraction of time since this business began. And on a pale blue dot, I'll keep loving you from my mind in this garden under the sun. And every time I see a shooting star, it reminds me of my insignificance. 'Cause if the light that shone, it could have come from a star that has been and gone, I could have lived a million lives since this pale blue dot has got me mesmerized. And how I wish that everyone on this pale blue dot, they could just realize that this life is what they are standing on. And every time I see a shooting star, it reminds me of my significance. 'Cause if the light that shone could have come from a star that has been and gone, well, I could have lived a million lives since. just keeps on turning, and so will you, and so will I. And on this pale blue dance, I'll keep on loving you. From my soul on the grass, and the sky.
We back?
We lost Cindy. I think she'll be back with us now. I think she froze. It's okay. she'll be back with us now and get you ready for your performance. I still had another video to go.
I know.
I thought, should we play it now while we wait for her?
No, let's just play it, yeah.
Let's just do it. Let me get it ready. Here we go. Because I really like this one. I was actually trying to find the shot also that Oldfield. Remember at that hotel? For
Balcony TV.
Yeah, I've been trying to find it, but I can't seem to find it anymore. But I will find
it.
You
have to go Balcony TV, Robin Old, or Balcony TV.
Got it back.
Let's do this one. Let's do home.
Yes. So
Cindy, you still have to play the other video. You have to play the other video.
We can't. We've done all the videos now. Those are all the videos. I want Wendy to sing live.
Yeah, let's just.
I just want to say two more things. One thing that I've noticed with me and listening to you singing there, our voices have definitely mellowed and gotten, I think, better with our aging. I think my voice is the best it's ever been right now.
Me too. Are we allowed to say
that? Yes, I told you already, this is a bragging room. So we're allowed to say that because it's a reality and it's important that, I had a younger voice in the clout years. It was lovely. I could sing anything. When I was living in America, I was singing like, crazy.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. But even in Zia, I was singing so well. But right now, we've owned our voices so much.
Yeah.
You know exactly.
Yeah, you become your voice.
You become your voice. You can put it anywhere. You know where it can go, what it can do. It's a beautiful thing.
It is a very beautiful thing. I kind of think about those comrades runners.
Yes.
And they don't win the comrades when they're 19. You know what I mean? It's like the comrade runners are usually, I'm sure they have, but the women particularly run the comrades in their 40s.
Yes, they do.
The long distance,
And it's a long distance thing, definitely.
The long distance thing, if you're going to stay in it. And I listened to my voice from when I first sang much higher. And I could sing way, way, way higher. And I'm just a much better deliverer of myself, I think, if that can be put into singing words. You know what I mean? It's like, I know my voice so well. Like you said, I can go on stage with a cold and I'll still give it horns and I'm not afraid of it. I know what I'm dealing with. So before I'd be like, some nights I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I can sing there. Or I was very owned by the neuroses around being a singer. I always had a sore throat and this and that. Now I'm
it's like
good old tan leather. Good old tan leather. I can sing anytime.
Put me on the stage and I'll bloody just sing it, even if it's like croaky or whatever. We'll just do it. Just give me a little something just for everybody that's out there right now. Just so you know that we do the show every Wednesday, and I'm speaking to people in the music business, people who have been maybe artists, or even people that have run artists or have been agents or something. I've got some very interesting people coming up. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for everybody that is checking in with us. We so appreciate having you with us. We appreciate you being vigilant enough to come and listen to the stories, these amazing stories that we've got with all these amazing artists. Wendy, thank you for coming on and sharing your life and your dreams and your wishes and all that stuff, because that's what makes a life, really. It's, yes, we're performers, yes, everything, but people like to know, like, what you see in your future and you sort of we don't have a clear path because we never know. But if I can ask you, maybe just for one life lesson that you would say to somebody, this is what I've learned, this is what is like really dear to me or moves me. That's a tough one, I know, because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that moves you, darling.
I've learned that that everything changes, and I've learned that
yes,
every moment is another moment to begin. So the moment that you just thought you were the biggest fool arsehole in the world, from the next moment you can choose to change it.
absolutely.
And that's kind of, there's nothing you really can't go back on. I mean, there are things you can't turn back from, but you can pretty much turn back from anything. And it's a matter of choice, and that's what I've learned.
I love that.
Besides a million other things, but it's
many other things.
Many other things I've learned.
We have learned things in our lifetime. We are so old now. The sages.
I want to do a book called like How to Jaw Till You're Older. That will be one of the things that'll come out with all the other things I've learned.
I like that. It's a good book. How to jaw into your 70s.
Stretch before you go on the dance floor is one of them.
That's one of them, for sure. And definitely have at least 2 tequilas before we start singing.
Yes, and sleep.
Definitely. That's still my rule.
Yeah.
Perspective is everything.
Balance.
Of course, people are asking when you're going to be coming to Joburg and stuff. Of course, when the lockdown, lock up, and all that stuff is over, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of touring. And when's, I think we should do another little thing together, maybe just the two of us get on that stage.
We talk about it at the last gig of doing something where we
did talk about it. The two gals doing something. I know most of your songs now, and you think you know some of mine. So
I know most of your songs now.
As I said, I've got some amazing guests coming up. Also, if you can donate, please donate. What did you say?
Who's your next guest?
I never tell until about a day or two before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, girl?
It's going to be a boy and a girl. Oh my God, it's going to be such fun. You'll know exactly who they are.
I'll be in.
You're going to just love it. It's going to be spectacular. Well, I think today was pretty spectacular. I've had such amazing comments here for you, Wendy. I think this whole thing has been spectacular. Julian, thanks for Discover TV. Thanks for giving me this little platform to be able to do the show. I'm just loving doing it. And I'm just having so much fun. Wens, please, can you end off with a song, a large song, you and your guitar, and just say goodbye to everybody and thank you.
Thank you everybody for listening in, and and thank you, Cindy. I can't wait for us to get together in the real flesh.
Yeah.
And this is a song I wrote. It's a love song for guess who? It's my boyfriend there. It's called Big Feeling. Lightning struck, it hit the ground, it didn't even make a sound. And you were there in the glare, staring into the fire. And everything was quiet, eternal moments, every star that had ever been wished on before seemed to light up at the same time. There was nothing I could do, even if I wanted to. All I wanted was you. I got a big feeling, it's feeding me, and I'm so hungry, and I guess it must be love. I had no plans, no expectations, no MO. I didn't even notice you in that way. And then I didn't get my feet wet, I didn't go knee deep, I just went diving, and now we're swimming. And everything was quiet, eternal moments, every star that had ever been wished on before seemed to light up at the same time. There was nothing I could do, even if I wanted to. All I wanted was you. Oh, I got a big feeling, it's feeding me, and I'm so hungry, and I guess it must be love. Oh, I got a big feeling, it's feeding me. I'm so hungry, and I guess it must be love. And everything was quiet, eternal moments, every star that had ever been wished on before seemed to light up at the same time. There was nothing I could do, even if I wanted to. All I wanted was you. Oh, I got a big feeling, it's feeding me, and I'm so hungry, and I guess it must be love. Oh, I got a big feeling, it's feeding me, and I'm so hungry, and I guess it must be love. I guess it must be love. I guess it must be love.